Very, very subtle. Okay. So tonight I'll be taking it easy with everyone, okay? So you can understand what SEO really is. Like Mr. David said, SEO is quite broad, quite broad. And there are a few SEO experts in Nigeria that I know personally that I've worked with, okay? So if you don't know, but let me just say, okay, I don't think I need to say this because it's being recorded. Don't worry, I don't think I need to say, because I wanted to call a brand name right now, but I don't want to say that right now. So forgive me. So for those who are here to get their domain and those things, please let's get that started. Let's just buy it. It's not expensive. Okay, you can just test for 1 month or 2 months, then pay yearly. Okay. So I want to share my screen, and then I'm going to start from the very beginning so you understand the basics of SEO and all of that. So I want to share my screen. So guys, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen, guys? If you can see my screen, just type yes, yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. You can see my screen. Who else can see my screen? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great. Great. So we're talking about search engine optimization tonight. And then I'd just like to do like a kind of presentation before we go into details. Possibly we can't do that today, but I want to break everything down. So please, if you have your writing materials, writing pad, your phone, your other phone, not this one you are using, your second phone, you can start, writing. Okay, you can start writing. Okay, basically, there are four types of four types of SEO. All right, there are 4 types of SEO. I don't want to go on slide share because it's network I don't know, more like a shift. I've tested this in the past, and then there's usually a shift, and then people are not able to see the slide. So I'll be using this view. I hope it's okay. Can you all see it? Can you all see this screen? As you can see the wordings. If you can, just type yes. If you can see the wordings, let me know. Awesome. So I really wanted to know if you can see the wording. So I don't want to go into slideshow mode, so we don't get distracted and then cut off. Okay, basically there are 4 types of SEO. All right. There is on-page SEO, there's off-page SEO, there's technical SEO, and there's local SEO. I repeat, there is on-page SEO, there's off-page SEO, there's technical SEO, and local SEO. Now, all of these work hand in hand, all right? You can't do one and leave out one. That's the truth. So you can't do technical SEO and leave on-page SEO. And you also cannot do off-page SEO, leave out technical or local SEO. All right, so they work hand in hand, and you don't do them together at once. You go from one stage to another, and then you progress. Okay, you go from one stage, you start from the very least, and then you progress. Now, most often time, people start from on-page SEO because they're talking about websites. But for me, this is actually the way there's been a line up: on-page, off-page, technical, and then local. Okay, but for me, my years of experience with SEO, I usually start from technical SEO. All right, I'll tell you why as we progress in this video. So next up, so introduction to SEO. So I'm going to be reading my from my slide in here. A few things we'll be discussing today. I hope you are able to cover this. I've been using these slides, I think, for 3 years now or so. So our agenda tonight is an introduction, search engine optimization introduction, how SEO works in here, organic SEO, paid SEO, who can do SEO, and then there are black hat and white hat SEO. All of this I'm going to be explaining tonight so you understand the differences. Okay, search engine optimization is the process of ranking a website for a particular keyword. All right, that's a layman's language, layman's definition. I don't want to start using all the technical jargons. The process of ranking a website for a particular keyword or keywords. Okay, that's basically what search engine optimization means. Now, how SEO work and then terms used in SEO. What are the terms they use in SEO? So most often time you hear search engine result pages. Okay, so I'll be saying this quite a lot as we progress. Search engine result pages. It's a term used when result of a search query is shown on Google. So if I go on Google and then search for the best top 10 websites in Nigeria, okay, the results I get, all right, it's called search engine result pages. So the page one I see, and then I click on page two. So those things are pages, all right? Nobody ever sees the end of Google search or so. I don't think anyone has gone to the end, but I've tried. I've been to page 49 before. Has anyone been to page 5, page 40, or page 50 of Google? Anyone in the house? I don't really think so. But I've done up to 45, 46 while I was searching for a client ranking statistics. So I would like to move on. I'm getting something. Someone said never. Awesome. So organic search results, all right? So what is organic search results? Is the result of a search query shown on search engines result pages without paying for it. So that is what we are teaching, okay? Organic search result is a result of a search query that is shown when you search something on Google without paying for it. So if I'm optimizing my brand, for example, on my website, and then it gets shown without me paying Google to show it, it means it's an organic search result. Okay, so if I'm not paying for it, it's an organic search result. Now, there's another one called SEM, or pay per click, PPC, search engine marketing or pay per click. All right, so paid search results, we've probably done Google ads and all that. So it's a process of where advertisers bid for certain keyword. So the more they bid, the higher rank they get on search engine result pages. All right, so it's more like a bid war. Different advertisers come on Google and then they want to rank on Google. They are paying for certain keywords that when I come and then type these keywords, I just want to be seen on Google. All right, so that's basically what SEM does, search engine marketing or pay per click, PPC. Moving forward, my computer, please will receive sense. Google search algorithms. All right. So what does Google search algorithm do? How does it rank and all that? Now this is what Google. So they are from my research some 2 years back while I was working on a project, and then I got to land on Neil Patel's page. He said something that Google has more than 200 factors, all right, they use in ranking a website. They have more than 200 factors they use in ranking a website, but I'm talking about a few, okay, and how you can actually take advantage of some of these things. So use of keywords, like we all know, we want to use keywords, all right? Links to pages. Now we'll talk about links to pages, we're talking about off-page SEO, okay? Speed of the website. So when we talk about speed of a website, we are talking about technical SEO. If you can remember, if you are on the 1 million challenge, there was a video I dropped, and then I saw quite a few people quickly did one or two things, and then they tested it out, that those who I actually saw their website, and then they were able to pass the message. Like they had to install the plugin I was actually asking them to do, because I was just sitting down and then analyze my website. I saw that it was fast, but not fast enough. So I needed to use one of my tools, and then I shared the tools with Mr. David. And then, the next day or so, I saw the stuff on his website. I said, cool, this is cool. All right. So we're talking about speed of website also matters if you want to rank your website. Speed of your website matters if you want to rank your website. Now, content within tags. All the things we're talking about these things. So content within tags, we're talking about on-page SEOs. All right, on-page SEO. If you're talking about tags and the content, we're talking about on-page SEO. Then personalization. So how do you personalize the business with keywords? Then location. Where are you located in Nigeria? Where in Nigeria? Abeokuta, Lagos. Where in Lagos? Ojota, Gudu, Bagada. You understand? So location to other matters. That is where that's where we talk about local SEO, right? When we talk about location, we're talking about local SEO. So oftentimes, if you live very close to cafes around you that have, or restaurants that have probably done or optimized their websites or their business on local searches, and you make you're searching for restaurants near you, don't be surprised you'll be seeing restaurants popping up that you are familiar with around you. So what they actually did was they did local SEO. All of it, we're going to get into all of this pretty soon, but I just want to lay this foundation so you understand some of these things. All right, so the difference between website optimization, that is SEO, and then SEM, all right, is this. Now, ranking for SEO, ranking is organic. We are not paying anybody for SEO. That is why Mr. David has put up this training for us. Ranking is organic. For search engine marketing, ranking is paid for. All right, that is, it is paid. Okay. And also, there's something wrong with my system here. Like, seriously, what's going on? Excuse me, I just needed to check something. Okay. Pardon me, man. My system is kind of excuse me. So ranking sometimes takes weeks or months to rank. We are talking about SEO. All right. It sometimes takes weeks. It does sometimes take months to rank. Okay. Minimum I give, I always tell people for SEO is 6 months. Not for you to rank, but for you to optimize the website and then start seeing results after 6 months. Okay, so I'll do all the work within 6 months, and then 7-8 months, I should be expecting that my website should rank. Okay, that means you are doing a full-blown website, all right? That's it. And then why in search engine marketing, ranking is instant. Now, ranking is instant except you have money. If you are doing same, except you have money. You can't go and be competing with Jumia, Konga, and all the rest with the same keywords. Nobody will see your ad though. I'm telling you the truth. Nobody will see your ad, so you can't go and be competing with them. So if you want to compete with them, at least if they are spending $7 per ad, you should be spending like $10. Okay. If they are spending 20, you should be spending way more than. So the highest bidder takes the ranking space. Okay. Now, organic SEO result is a result of a search query shown on search engine result page without paying for it. So to rank for a certain keywords in search engine result page organically, your content must be relevant. Note that to rank high using organic SEO, your content must be relevant. Remember, Mr. David said we should go and get our topic and content ready. So it must be relevant, it must be authentic, and it must be quality. It must have quality in it. Don't forget these 3 words: relevancy, authenticity, and then quality. All right, so our content has got to have these 3 things for it to rank well organically on search engine result pages. Example, this is an example of organic SEO, all right, organic results. If you search on Google and you're not able to see the AD in kind of a box button, all right, it is not, if you're not seeing it, that means the ranking is organic. So for this company, it is organic, all right? These are organic ranking, okay? These are organic rankings. And then paid SEO. Paid SEOs are placement based on paid bid, like I've said before. Each advertisers bid for a specific keyword. The more they bid, the higher they rank on search engine result pages. So this SERP means search engine result pages. We've talked about terms we use. So that's why I said I'll be talking about, I'll be mentioning search engine result pages as we move along, okay? So advertisers come and then they bid. So the higher you bid, the higher you rank. If you bid less with the same keyword, the higher you rank. Just like, okay, let me make an instance where we're taught about, we are taught on, even they do that even on Instagram, where Mr. David was teaching us about Instagram ads, all right? His target was entrepreneur. And then he asked us to go do the same or choose any other interest and all that. Now, most people choose entrepreneur with lower budgets, all right? And they will get result, but they won't get higher results because of the bidding, of the cash. You understand? So advertisers get charged each time someone clicks on their ads on search engine result page. All right, this is why paid is referred to as pay-per-click. The beauty about SEM or pay-per-click is that or PPC is that I can have a budget of say, let me say $100. I'm just, for instance, $100 on Google, all right, and then I want to get charged probably $5 every day anytime my ad is shown and anytime they click on it. So the beauty about it is that you don't get charged until someone clicks on it. So you keep getting that impression. It keeps popping up and all that. And that's why we encourage people to do paid adverts on Google. Unlike social media, they charge you for impression. For showing your ad, they will charge you. For someone liking your ad and then scrolling past, they will charge you. You get so on Google, it's not like that. Okay, so they will look at your ad, they will read all the copy and all that. So until they click, that's when you get charged. If they don't click, you won't get charged. So they don't charge you for impression on pay-per-click. So users will continue to see the paid results until advertisers' budget has been reached, and then ads will stop appearing. Okay. Now these are examples of paid SEO. Examples of SEM. You always see AD and then in a box. Okay, you always see AD in a box, either in front, at the bottom, or at the left hand side, whichever placement Google wants to place the whatever, the AD box. Let's move on. I need to move on because of our time. So who can do SEO? Now, there's no limit to who can do SEO, really. There's no limit to who can do SEO. However, from my years of experience, I've discovered that there are only 3 sets of people that can do SEO proficiently. They are web developers or designers, content creators, and social media managers. I'm telling you, there's nobody that can do SEO. However, but from past experiences, okay, from past experiences, only 3 people are competent. These 3 people are competent to do it, but it does not. A UI UX guy can do, a UI UX guy can do SEO. A graphics guy can do SEO if he knows SEO. But proficiently, only web developers or designers, content creators, and social media managers can do SEO. The reason why it chooses 3 is because web developers can do both technical on-page SEO. Okay, they can help you run the technical errors on your page, technical SEOs on your page. They can help you insert all the meta descriptions, meta tag, and all that on your page. Okay, while content creators can help you create SEO copywriting. That is another skill we need to learn. Guys, it's not just about writing content. I've been studying this thing since last year. Copywriting for SEO, it's one huge, like, let me not go there, but you get the drift.
So please go. Please go.
That
thing is hot cake. I'm telling you. When you write content for SEO, like your copy is SEO optimized, so to speak.
So like Mr. Depi said, so it's something that is hot cake that you need to learn. Okay, something you need to learn and all that. So probably after this training, you can just go and make some research online and then see. So content creators can also do SEO, and then social media for backlinking sake. Okay, they know how to write, how to post, and all that. How to use keywords from content creators. They are oftentimes social media managers are also content creators. Oftentimes they are. So they know how to use what's it called now? Keywords, content, and then optimize the page itself. Okay, for backlinking and all that. So what they usually do is they share content on the page and then reflect it on the website. So more like before now, I think some 5 years or 6 years ago, you always see content on social media, like a snippet of a content. All right, someone will just write it probably on Facebook, and then there'll be a link. Once you click, it takes you to that person's blog, and then you continue reading. Okay, that is they're doing backlinking, and then that also counts for SEO. That's the truth, but most people don't know People don't do it these days. They say it's a waste of time. I'm on social media, I want to reach. So no, if your story is compelling enough, if it is compelling enough and it's interesting enough, they will read it on social media, click on that link, and then land on your blog. That's, I'm giving somebody a strategy right now to start using. I'm giving somebody a strategy to start using. So you can do all that. You can do that if it is compelling enough, if it's interesting. They'll click on it and then land on your page. As they are watching you, oh boy, you have your LAP link. They click on it and then they've registered. Don't go and use my strategy. I'm just sharing, but you can go ahead, Sha. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on, guys. So website design. So what can a website developers or designers do as an SEO person? The function, you use the right keywords. I've mentioned these. Ensures accessibility, validates your code, which is very important. Keep the site fast. We'll talk about this, and then build sharing. What can also a content creator do? What they do is they post great content on the website, on the blog page, post regularly, identify and use keywords, share. They can also share your content. Okay. My system is doing balabala this night. So what can social media managers do? Yes, engage with followers on social media, share your content on the platform, get on multiple platforms, multiple social media platforms, and then bring people back to your website. Basically, that's what they can do. So I'll be talking about a black hat SEO, black hat and a white hat SEO. Please, there's black hat SEO and there's white hat SEO. And I'm going to explain this now. Black hat SEO is a technique to drive as many people. That means when we talk about people, we're talking about traffic to your website, no matter what it costs, right? It means doing so dishonestly, unethically, and in most cases, illegally. Now, if you go on Google and search for probably how to do SEO and all that, now you get so many blog posts come here and there, But I would advise that you look at the strategy critically. There are so many black hat SEO out there. All right. I don't do it. I won't recommend it. So that's what I'm saying is a no. Do not get involved in black hat SEO. Black hat SEO is everywhere, is rampant. And I'll be giving you an example of some of the things they do. It's that examples of black hat is to name a website, say something popular, and fill the pages with different content of what you want them to see. Okay, like they do keyword stuffing. All right, they stuff keywords on content, hoping that people will see it on Google and then come on the page, and then they are marketing something differently. Or sometimes okay, let me just share an experience with you. I once took over a job from a client that was previously done by a supposedly SEO expert. All right, so the guy was getting quite good number of results for them every month, and then he noticed that the thing was working well. These guys were not paying him, and they paid him completely for 1 year. All right, the guy did that work, I think, for 6 months, and then for the remaining 6 months, he wanted to renegotiate his contract. And those guys said, no, we have paid you for this. There's no way you are going to do that and all that. So he was trying, he started doing black hat SEO. So what he was doing negative SEO, doing something that is not right on their site, and the ranking was going down. Google was just, flogging them. Oh, this is an error, there's something wrong. So you'll be seeing some of these red flags as we go on. All right, something you shouldn't do on your website, on your blog whatsoever. Okay, so what they usually do, black hat SEO techniques will get you a bad reputation on Google. Google does that a lot. All right, if they notice that fast, it gets you high bounce rates. High bounce rates in terms, what bounce rate simply means, if you are conversant with Google Analytics, which I think we'll be doing is SEO. All right, if you are conversant with Google Analytics, as you are looking at your analytics dashboard, you are seeing bounce rate. Now, bounce rate is the number of people that comes to your website, and then it's actually not what they are hoping to see. All right, like they spend less than 3 seconds. or 4 seconds or 5, or usually it's capped at 8 seconds. Okay, but these days nobody, within 3 or 2 seconds, you know that this website is not for me, and then they bounce out. All right, that's what bounce rate usually mean. So they didn't stay long on your website, they just came in and said, this is not the website I want, and then they click on the back button, and then they went back to Google. Google will just count that for you as bounce rate. Okay, so the more it happens, the more Google will start bringing down your site to pop up on search engine result pages. So they might ban your website, and then sometimes you get legal problems. True, you get legal issues. So don't go near black art SEO. I would advise that you do that. So quickly, I'm going to explain on pages. So we're talking about introduction to SEO since. Okay, I think we spent 32 minutes doing that or so. Okay, so I'll be going into on-page SEO. So today I just want to give you guys like up your taste for SEO. Very, very interesting. Very, very, I like doing this thing. On-page SEO. So what are we talking about in episodes? How content impacts SEO, all right? Keyword research, internal and internal link building, and all of that. I'm going to share with you how content impacts, how does content impact SEO? There are many ways to improve your SEO, and it involves how you can deliver and link your content. When we're talking about on-page SEO. Now, content can be in many forms. Content can be in forms of articles, videos, audios, images, or ebook, etc. Whatever, but I probably give infographics and all that. All right, content can be in form of this stuff. Somebody asking a question. Yes, so tell me, Google don't take nonsense. So content can be in form of any of these things. And when you're talking about on-page SEO, we are talking about your content on your website. All right, when we make content like what we read here, it could be articles, video, audios, images, ebook. Okay, we're talking about content on your website. Also, we are talking about your meta tags, rather, not meta tags, your meta tags, your heading tags. Okay, your meta tags, your heading tags. The heading tags, if you remember when we were doing sales funnel, I said click on search for heading. All right, heading, H, whatever, you drag this on Elementor, it's called H1 tag. So those things are H1 tags, they're not text. So you could name it H1, H2, H3, from H1 to H6, okay? You can choose to use any one of them. So those things are called tags, all right? There's title tags, there's meta tags, there's meta descriptions, there's alt tags for images. All of these things, I'm going to be sharing them with you and how it can have impact on your website. So yeah, the best way to connect users to it, to connect users to your content on homepage. Content must be easy to find on your website. Very, very important. Provide a logical architecture to your page, e.g. contact us page, help, about us, and download now. Okay. Link to all content on your web page. Now, I've seen instances where people build websites or landing pages or sales funnel, and then a page is isolated, like is isolated from every other pages on the website. It's just there. Nothing is linking to it. Okay, that is a no-no. So you must make sure that the content or something is linking to that particular article on your website or on your blog. Okay, you must find a way to link blogs together. And going forward, let me just drop this here for dropping sake. All right, so you understand. As you're writing your content, Mr. Davis said I should write topics and then content. I want to drop this thing here. Make sure that the content you are writing, they somehow relate with each other. Okay. If you're writing 20 content, make sure that you can somehow relate them together. You can bring this one to this, bring this one to this, so that someone that reads this and want to read that, they'll see a link on what they are reading, and then click, they get to the next article, and then they see. So somehow look for a way to relate both articles together. If you have 20, link them across board. Okay, it's part of on-page SEO, it's internal linking. Link them across board. So search engines uses links to index a page in search engine result pages. I will explain all this later when we get to Search Console. So use a logical link name, e.g. Contact us, portfolio, these things. Let me just move on. I think So make sure you include relevant keywords to your article. So any keywords you want to rank for, you should use them in your content. Very, very important. Headers, footers, bodies on the blog, anywhere. So any content you want to rank for, make sure you use them on your content. Use keywords naturally. Don't do keyword stuffing. Don't try to count them how many times you have used them on the page, right? Place them when it is necessary. Some plugins will tell you must have, if you're writing 500 blog posts or content, you must have 10 keywords. Those things are helpful, okay? But you need to know how to place this keyword so it does not appear that you are writing for robots, okay? You're actually writing for people to see at the same time. You are writing for optimization. So use various content types too, all right? You can use videos, use audios. You know, there's something too we need to also get into podcasting, all right? Podcasting too is one great tool that we all need to, one content too types that we all need to understand. Podcasting, articles, videos, we are doing reels right now. I'm sorry, Mr. David, I've not gotten the time to do. See how I'm looking so unkept. So I'm sorry about all that, but I'll get some of these things done. So keyword density, there's a word called keyword density. So if there's a number of times you use a keyword in a page, okay, so you must count it. You must always count it. If you're just writing probably 250 words and then your keywords density is about 50, hey, that's a red flag already. Like you are just, it's keyword stuff, you are just using it and then you are counting it. So you must know your keyword density. I'm writing 250 words. I should have at least, from experience, about 5 keywords. I'm writing 500 words. I should have at least about 10 keywords, all right? If I'm writing 750, you should have 15 keywords on that page. So it could be the same variation of a keyword, all right? Different keyword, but the same. Probably, let me give you an example. If I say best web design in Lagos, okay, best web designs, best web designing company in Lagos, all right? That's a long tail keyword. So I can decide to also say on the same article, all right, say something like this, website designers in Lagos. Okay, I'm still using the same thing. I'm still using the same phrase. They still somehow relate to each other. So you must make sure you count your keyword density and then know how many times you've used a particular keyword. I don't want to go into this. So there are some content generator tools that you can use. Contentgenerator.com. I've used this tool so many times. You can use, I think I have Answer the Public here. Answer the Public is a great tool to get keyword topics, and then what people are actually searching for. But the best tool I like using, if you want to write this down, you can write it down. A lot of people don't know, is Google Trend. It's Google Trend and then Google keyword search by itself, Google search by itself, Google Trend and then Google search bar will tell you exactly what people are searching for. Okay, to tell exactly what people are searching for. I'm looking for something. Mr. David told us about Google Keyword Planner while we were doing Google Ads. So I wouldn't want to go into that. Woo. My laptop is kind of taking me away from some of these things. So here is one thing. Here is one thing I noted here. So why generating content for use? Okay, keep in mind not to use all keywords on one page. So every page on your website should have specific keywords. Now, every article on your page should have specific keywords. Okay, so don't use 5 sets of keywords on one article and then bring the same set of keywords on another article just because you want to rank. Don't do that. There are varieties of keywords that you can use on several articles, okay? So make sure you have that in mind. So internal linking building is the process of linking different sections of your web pages together. I've discussed this before, so let's just move on. Off-page SEO. Under off-page SEO, we talked about we're going to talk about backlinks, how social media impacts SEO. Okay, I'm not really a great fan of off-page SEO. I would rather give it to people who are good with content writing and then backlinking and all that, because it's really not my my field. Okay, it's not it is my field, but not really what I'm good at doing. Okay, so backlinking is the process of linking another website or social media platform to your website, and in return, this website or social media platform link back to your website. So what it means is that I can write an article about something and then share it with Mr. David, and because Mr. David has a large following or his domain has higher authority on Google, and then, oh, bro, look at this article, we write about this and all that. That's, I'm thinking about backlinking outreach, how we do backlinking, to tell you how difficult it is most times. I'll tell Mr. David, this is the article I've written about this and this and this. Would you like to take a time to read it? And then they read about it. Oh, I wouldn't mind if you can put this article on your page, okay, for people to read it and then probably give me a shout out. A shout out probably means link back to me. Okay, if Mr. David likes the article, they'll pick it up, post it, and then share the backlink to you. So you can also reciprocate the same thing with Mr. David. Okay, but I think we can, since we are the same community, every one of us can do that. And then before you know it, I think we're about 70 something or so on the group. So every one of us can come up with articles, and then we can put up different articles about ourselves, and then, you know, everybody starts sharing backlinking and all that. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. So that's another strategy I'm dropping for the group, just in case anyone want to explore that. So social media impacts SEO greatly in so many ways. This platform has articles and data that are helpful to searchers. Now, the reason why I keep mentioning search engine is because if you check the domain score of Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, LinkedIn also, and YouTube on Google, you notice that most of the time they have 90 plus. So some of them are 91, 98, 96, some 100. You understand? So if you go on Google, for instance, and search for Mr. David's name, now, if his website does not pop up, I'm not sure if his website will even pop up. Facebook probably be the first, or Instagram, or LinkedIn, or any of the social media handle, or I will pop up before you even see his website. That's how it works. Okay, so they have this domain authority already established already for Google to always pinpoint as, oh, they're searching for Gift Simeon. They want to go and see. You get. But for me, if you search for my name, I think the name is optimized, if I'm not mistaken. If you see me on Google, you see me on GMG. All right, you see me on Google. What's that thing again? Google My Business page. Yeah, you see my face on Google My Business page. If you search for Gift Simeon or Simeon Gift, whichever way you want to. So I would also advise you guys to do the same thing. Also, search engines platforms are usually the numbers. Hello? You're saying something, sir?
I just did your name appeared on Google My Business. I said I just did, your name appeared on Google My Business.
Awesome. So guys, you guys can also go and then do that by yourself. Okay, do that by yourself. It's local SEO. All right. So and all that. So I just brought down my website because I want to rebrand. People keep stealing my brand name. I don't know what I've done to them, my village people. Anyways, let's move on. So I advise all companies to have social media presence at least on one popular on the popular one. So have social media presence. Instagram, if you're Instagram, Facebook. Can you hear me? I think I'm not muted. So Instagram, Facebook, most important, YouTube, and then Twitter. Guys, let me just drop something here. See, I discovered this thing last year, and ever since I discovered it, I've been using it. Here's the thing. Who is ready to hear? If you're ready to hear, type 111. Let me know you are live. If you want to hear gist, type 111. I just want to drop something here. Mr. Davis is recording this. If he wasn't recording this, those who did not attend tonight, man, this one will just pass them by. But we are the same group anyway. Okay, guys. So let me just drop it. Let me just drop it here. I'm trying to bring down this stuff. Now, the fastest and easiest way to rank on Google, all right? I don't know, but I'm just going to share with you something. Is to go through local search engine results first. Google My Business page. Let me tell you something about Google. Google will always prefer its platform any day, anytime. What do I mean by Google always prefers platform? Any social media platform owned by Google, guy, you need to put either yourself, your business there. You see YouTube, #1 search engine in the, apart from after google.com. The second platform is YouTube. Is there a question? The second platform is YouTube. After YouTube, guy, Google My Business page. So any platform that is owned by Google, go and drop your name or your business name there. So by the time they search for your name, it will appear. All right. This is something I discovered last year, I think February or so, while I was working on something. I just realized that Google will always prefer. So if I'm active on YouTube and I'm probably not active on any other social media account, Google will bring out my YouTube account first. This thing almost caused trouble, I think, some 3 years back, where other people were trying to harass Google about favoring its platform more than others. It's concerned them. Awesome. Google My Business is working perfectly for you. Awesome. So guys, go and do that. Yeah, I've shared that. Let's move on. It's even here. It's good though. So from my research, I discovered that Google favored our chat platform more than other platforms. E.g., Google will display a search result quickly if the search query matches with content on YouTube or Google Plus. Google My Business. Go and do that. Go and do that, guys. You need it. Let me move on. So social media algorithm that favors SEO according to platform. Social media algorithms that favors SEO according to platform listing. YouTube #1, apart from google.com, we know about that one. Google Plus and Google My Business page. LinkedIn. Many of us were not on this platform. We are joking with LinkedIn. Caroline Wabara told me yesterday, say, guy, you are sleeping on this thing. I've started though. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Can you see? By algorithm. So YouTube #1 after Google, whatever. Google Plus and Google My Business page. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Guys, it's about time you start getting on this platform. Start getting on this platform. Whoa, you can't see my screen, oh. Who can see my screen, please? Who can? Someone said they can't see my smart. Give said they can't see my screen. Can you see my screen, guys?
I can see your screen.
Okay, smart. Just shake your phone. Shake your phone. I think it's your network. Just shake your phone. So continue. Not last, because I'll talk about technical. I'll talk about local SEO. Technical SEO very fast. I'll just want to rush this. Technical SEO, website audits. What we'll be doing with technical SEO, website audits, website speed, Google Webmaster Tools, SEO tools and analytics, Open Graph, and schema structured data. Can you see why I always start with technical? This is the reason why I start with technical SEO when I want to do SEO. These things have great impact. So I can't be doing on-page SEO, optimizing my website or my blog. And then when people land on my page, it's taking like 24 seconds to load, or it's taking like 30 seconds to load. People don't have that time, man. They don't. They can't wait that long. The highest somebody can wait on your platform is 8 seconds. Once you, I always can. Once past 8 seconds, except I want to see what is there. Okay, guys, I always want to see what is there. Except I want to see what is, if not, I'll just, so 3 seconds, 5 seconds maximum. Okay, so this is the main reason why I start with SEO. But first thing you need to do is to audit your website. Let me show you an example of how to audit your website. I need to share another of my PowerPoint. I need to share another of my PowerPoints. Probably you can see it. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see this screen? Awesome, awesome. So this was something I did for a client this year, April. So first thing I do is to audit the screen first. I say the screens. To audit the website. First thing I do is to audit the website. So how do you audit the website? This is how to audit website. Basically, these are the process I use. So the following are the metrics used in auditing the website: speed and performance and responsiveness. The speed of the website, the performance of the website, and how responsive is the website. Very, very important. On-page SEO, we've talked about that. Website content optimization. Off-page SEO, I use technical factor and then local factor. Speed and performance, I always use this page speed insight by Google. Google page speed insight, all right? I just go in there.com, search for the persons and then see the grade. I choose average. Sometimes you search, it gives you the same number for like 4 or 3 times. You know that's the exact number. So you can search for both mobile and then for desktop, and then you know the number, okay? I also use another tool called GT Matrix. GT Matrix for speed also and performance. All right, I use GT Matrix for mostly for performance, and then I get all these calls. All right, for this website, it takes 3.9 seconds to load. It's red though here, but it's fair, but it's red. So they're telling you need to bring this number down. The grade score is E. E means this person. It means that this person, was actually failed this test. Technical factors, all right? When we're talking about technical factors, we are talking about JavaScript.
Gift, your screen is not moving. We're seeing mobile-friendly test. That's what we're seeing.
Mobile-friendly test.
That's what we're seeing.
Whoa.
Your screen has not been moving. Or is it just me?
Let me stop sharing and then.
So I'm not alone. Because Tammy just said he cannot see what you're talking about. Probably need to stop sharing the previous one, or
can you see this?
No, we're only seeing mobile friendly test. Okay.
Okay, I've stopped sharing. Let me reshare again.
Okay.
I'm trying to locate. Coming. So I'm trying to get the files up. Can you see it now? Can you see my screen now? Sammy said yes. Another person, can you see my screen? Okay, Oziama said yes. Mr. David, are you there? Can you see my screen? Okay, awesome. So I'm going to proceed. So sorry about that. Awesome. So like I said, this was something I did for a client this year, April. So the metrics I usually use in auditing a website are these factors, all right? Speed and performance and responsiveness, on-page SEO, off-page optimization, technical optimization, and local SEO. Okay, so when we talk about speed and performance, I look at the speed from Google Page Speed Insights. I use Google tools, all right? Page Speed Insights for mobile version and then for desktop version. For mobile version and then for desktop version. Okay. And then I move over to GT Metrics to see the performance of the website. Okay. To see the performance of the website. And then this tool will always tell you things that you need. So for this website, it actually failed, like it's E. Okay, even D does not cut it. So on this one, I will ask that you aim for A or B. All right, for performance. Performance is 45%. Can you see it's very low? The structure is quite good at 77, but the performance is very low. Okay, it takes 3.9 seconds to load this page. It's quite fair. However, the system wants you to get up to about 2 seconds or so. All right, then on technical factors, we start looking at radar blocking resources, server response time. So some of these things, you don't control them. However, if your website, ladies and gentlemen, if your website is on WordPress, there are plugins to do. There are plugins to use to do all of these things. That's why I said anything you want to do on WordPress, use what? Use plugins. All right, so I'm a fan of plugin. You use plugin to supercharge. So there are plugins to use for all of these things and all that. So you talk about JavaScript, CSS, and all that. So all those ones. You also use mobile-friendly text. There's this Google text. I think it's called mobile-friendly text. All right, you can search for Google mobile. I think it's text, mobile-friendly text, not text with Google. Mobile-friendly text to see if your website is mobile-friendly. Okay, if it is mobile-friendly, it will alert you and tell you it is mobile-friendly. On-page SEO. So there is particular tools I use. It's called Spyglass SEO. It's a free tool. You can go on Google. You can go on Google and search for it. Spyglass SEO. Spyglass SEO. All right. You can go on Google and search for it. So when you're downloading, at least it has other variation. It has link tracker. It has website auditor. It has, I think it's link assistant also. All right. To do my on-page audit, to get the content, to get the title of the pages and all that. Okay. If there are duplicated titles or better descriptions, this tool will tell you. You are able to see them. Okay. Open graph and then structure that. So open graph. Who is this? Say these names. What happened to these names? Open graphs and structured data markup. So open graph usually supported by social media platform. All right. It was first launched by Google and then Twitter. Then they took it up. So mostly there are the two guys playing on this in this area. So if you can see this image, I think I should expand this. If you can see my screen, okay, you see that the open graph title description and for image is empty. So these things also help for technical SEO. Okay, structured data, especially this is structured data page. You can go on Google and search for all of these things. How to do all these things they're not difficult. Okay, so use structured data, very, very important. And we're talking about auditing your website, off-page SEO. So off-page SEO, talking about anytime you hear off-page, you know it's backlinks. Okay, anytime you talk about SEO, off-page SEO, talking about backlinks, either from one website to another website, to your website, not another website, to your website, from social media to your website. That's all backlinks is all about. And then it matters. Google wants to know how many pages or websites or blogs are linking to your blog. That's why I said, since we are in the same community in lab, we can actually create content, different content, and then share amongst each other. By the time we do that for 6 months, almost forget, everybody go rank. Let's move on. So I also use Google index pages. Now, most times I want to see if Google have actually indexed my client's pages. So you need to check that also. So how do you do that? How do you do that? For most of you, you can try this out after now or do it now. So you type, can you see this? It's too tiny. Okay, yes, I'll just call it out for you. All right. You go on Google search bar, go on Google search, google.com, that search bar, right? Where that search bar where you can type in query. Just type site, SITE, then put column there, and then after the column, put the name of your website without adding the www or HTTP. All right, site column simeongifts.com. Click on enter. So any page that have been indexed by Google on your website will appear. Is this a question? So any page on your website that have been indexed by Google will appear if you do that. I can come again, site column, and then the name of your website without having www or the HTTP. For example, SITE. I'll put the column and then gift simeon.com. Click on enter. So every page that have been indexed by Google will come up. So last one I do is local SEO. So basically what I do local SEO is Google My Business page. All right, I do Google My Business page, and then I look out for local directories in Nigeria that can help, that have large domain authority, like Connect. There are so many of them. Business Connect. There's Business Connect, Connect Nigeria, and all the, I've forgotten all their names though. All right, so that's what I basically use for that. That's why I said we should go straight from that first. So I want to share. I want to stop sharing and then share. Let's just conclude on this training. I'm trying to look for technical tools. What is this? So the technical tools, can you see this screen? I need to share my screen now. Awesome. So can you see my screen? Let's just round up. We don't want this, an hour already. You can see my screen. Awesome. So let's just move on. Let's move on very fast. My system will help me. So there are other website auditor that you can use too. Screaming Frog, website editor, SEO optimizer. These are online tools that you can use. Okay, SEO site checkup for technical SEOs that you can use. Tools to test your website speed. I've mentioned this. Pingdom, GT Matrix, page speed insights. Technical SEO, Google Master Tools that you can use. Google Webmaster Tools provides statistics about your website SEO. All right. So let me just leave all of these things and then leave grammar. Google Webmaster Tools that you can use. Google Analytics, Google tag managers. Rather than using tag managers, I can use tag managers. Search Console. Don't worry, I'm just mentioning it. We'll see how to actually use these tools. Okay, we'll start to use these tools. So I'm just mentioning the technical tools for Google Webmaster Tools you can use. So mostly I use Search Console, also Google Analytics. Tag Manager, between here and there with tag managers. Okay, and also if your website is large and you would want to submit a sitemap. Okay, you can use this URL to generate a sitemap. Crawlers use that to see how your page is being structured and all the pages on your website, so that crawlers can go and then crawl your website and then index your website for you. So these are tools, analytics. I talk about analytics. I talk about search console, search.google.com. So basically these are all the tools that you can use to do all of these, all of these things. So guys, as we progress, we'll begin to develop, and then we begin to use these tools to supercharge our website. We'll begin to see how we can, put things in order. Okay, guys, you have a question? If you have a question, I think Mr. David is not on this call. So if you have a question, can you let me know? Let me know. Let me stop sharing. Let me know if you have a question. Who has a question? Do you have a question? Whoa. I want to check the chat right now. I just checked now. So sorry. I need to get this question. I just checked. Ah, one minute.
My network is so shitty.
Awesome. Somebody said, okay, Mr. Johnson said, he said he just checked. Your articles has been indexed. Awesome. Congratulations. Awesome. Awesome. So you can do that to check. You can do that to check.
Yay, congratulations. Who's that? Justin.
Yeah, Mr. Justice. So I just shared with them how they can check if any of their websites
Index their article
has been indexed. All right. Tell me, said, how can you register on Google Maps? Just go to I think business.google.com with your Gmail, business.google.com. If you are lucky enough, they would bypass the, what's it called now? They usually send a postcard. All right. If you are lucky enough, you can bypass that. But if it's your first time, I'm not sure you'll be that lucky. But try business.google.com. Any other question, guys? Any other question, guys? You are ranking number 11 for the keyword Sam Harvard.
Why are you ranking for Sam Harvard? Why are you ranking Sam? Why are you ranking for Sam Harvard?
Sam Harvard.
Is that your name is Sam, right? So why are you ranking for Sam Harvard?